It's the MLM for the Soul channel, and I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. This is the continuation of the series called Personal Stories and Practical Lessons to Learn and or Apply, part number 30. So, this happened on was on the 14th of El 5785 in Gregorian calendar, Sunday, September 7, 25. So this was regarding an order that I made with Walmart. I was looking through there because I was interested in getting a new placemat. I use a placemat on Shabbos on my on top of my tablecloth for my place setting, my plate and utensils and everything. I just like it like that. And the one I have, it's a bamboo. I think it's bamboo. I've had it for many, many years. And I think I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. For those of you who know, Bed Bath & Beyond is no longer in existence. It went I think bankrupt, and then some other company kind of took it over, but it's mostly online. But anyway, it was really nice, but I don't know why it's starting to kind of like had some smell, and it affected the tablecloth. Like I had it mixed in with the tablecloths in a bag, so everything had to wash. And so I don't know if it's and I used to have a sticker on the back how to clean it. You don't soak it in water, you'll ruin it. So because it's all kind of sewn together with thread, and it's very nice actually. I wish I could take it out to show. I didn't think of that, but I can show it to you. Give me a second here. You'll have to give me a second. I have it in the bag. So this is what it looks like. It's actually really pretty. I think it is. So this is what it looks like. You can't probably see the whole thing. It's kind of hard because of the way the camera is. But this is kind of what it looks like. It's got flowers on it. You see it's pretty. It's got a border, and here's the bottom. You could see that. So it's really nice, actually. But it doesn't, I don't know, I was thinking it doesn't kind of smell so well. On the back is kind of like this. It's kind of like a weave, the way it's like sewn. I don't know if you could see that. You can't really, there you could see it now maybe. So, getting kind of a little funky. I just kind of clean it off, just a damp little bit of water on the front. I don't soak it or anything. I don't use a sponge. Just kind of my hands a little water. So I was looking on this. Oh, maybe Walmart has something. And why would I choose Walmart? A while back, I think it was, let's see, September, or was it in June? I think it was in June. I had some issue with something, a product or something, and the person I was chatting with says, "Oh, we're sorry for what happened, and we'll give you a discount you could use towards a future purchase, and it's good till like October something." So it happened probably. It's usually they give you 90 days, so it happened in July, I think, probably. So it was $10 off of 15, which is really good, right? So if you're only going to spend 15. You're getting $10 off it, so you're paying like nothing. So I says, oh, maybe I'll find something on there. So first I was looking for something bamboo, and then I was thinking, oh, should I go for bamboo? Because you know how bamboo is, it'll, the same thing, I'll have same issues with this. So I said, maybe I'll just look for cotton, because then you can easily wash it. That shouldn't be a problem. So I started searching for something, and kind of a few things they had I didn't really care for. They were selling like in multiples. I don't need multiples. It's just to use like Shabbos, Yantif, like to have something a little nicer. Then I found something, and then the other issue is where I live, the building I live in, only the post office has access. The other carriers don't. I mean, I could have it sent. I have somebody who I could have it sent to who isn't nearby, so they'd have to bring it over to me if they're not always available. Certain carriers I could have it held at the store, but so I was hoping that they have it. So I'm happy that they contacted me, responded to my inquiry pretty quickly, and says, yes, we do use use the post office. So that worked out for that. So then I figured, okay, so that was, I think, close to $10. Then I needed something else. So I use a lot of rubbing alcohol, and I mentioned that in the previous video for cleaning. So I also use rubbing alcohol a lot for spraying things down because it's a disinfectant. So I figured maybe I'll get some of those. So it turns out when between the 2 bottles of that and the tablecloth and the and the placemat, it would come out to about a little over 15. So it was perfect. And and another nice thing was the placemat also has free shipping, and usually you have to spend a certain amount on Walmart to get free shipping, but this itself was free shipping. And then for the rubbing alcohol, the 2 bottles, I'm able to go pick it up myself at the store. Like I order it online and I can just pick it up. Some of them have that where some have, where you could pick it up, some it's delivered. So thankfully this I can pick up because I don't want to pay for, shipping or delivery or any of that stuff. So this is great. Okay, this is perfect. So I went, wanted to do the order, and then I wanted to use a different card. I had some other cards saved on there, but I wanted to use a different card, a gift card that I have. So I went in and added that, to my what you call your wallet, so that I could use. So I went in, placed the order, and it says, okay, you went through, you saved $10, great. And then immediately right after that, I got an email that said, sorry, your order's canceled, some kind of security or review. I don't know, I didn't save the email. I should have, because I would have read it. It was just very bizarre. I was like, what? Why are they canceling it? What happened? I kind of didn't understand what was going on. And I looked on the website, and it says something about the reviews, that there's some kind of security or something. And I was like, this is really, really strange. So this happened in the afternoon. It was about 3-ish or something in the afternoon. So I decided you can chat with them, but I figured chat. Sometimes I've done chat and I don't mind it, but usually most of the time it takes a long time. They're not as quick with getting to the situation. So here I decided I'll call. I prefer usually chatting so that I don't have to talk. That's just my thing. It's better not to have talk so much. So this, it still took me 15 minutes, but sometimes I've been on a chat for an hour. Again, I'm not talking, but it takes up a lot more time. So I decided I would call and find out what is going on. So when I spoke to the gentleman, he said, did you do anything different? I said, no, it's the same. I'm on the website. I'm doing it's my stuff. And he says, well, did you use a different form of payment? I said, well, I decided to use a different card that then was already saved on there. It's a gift card and everything is fine. There's money on there. There's no issues with that. It's mine. Because he kept asking me, is it your card? Is it this? Does anyone else have access to it? I says, no, it's mine. Nobody else can have access to it. Only I have it. And then he says, okay, let me speak to the department, the security or whatever it is, and see what's going on. So he went and spoke and came back pretty quick. And he says, yeah, I don't know why that would have happened, whatever. So, the order was canceled. And my thing was now that money on the gift card, it says it could take up to 10 days to get it. And I was like, oh, gee, it's not a big deal. I have money on there, but, so he says, what you'll have to do is wait at least a couple hours. I says, well, you should really make sure that this doesn't happen again to other customers, and do your own little test and test out if this would happen, if you would do it or somebody in the security department, But he says, no, this shouldn't happen, and we're sorry for the inconvenience. And you should be able to do it with this card that you want to use, and everything is the same, your name, your address, your this or that. It's all the same, and you have to wait a couple hours, and it should be fine. He says, okay, Baruch Hashem. I didn't say Baruch Hashem to him, but I says, I'm saying here in the video. And he says, just to, make up for that, what did he do? He gave me a $5 off of a $10 of your next order. So meaning also here, if I buy something, if I spend $10, it's only gonna cost me $5. And that's also good now for another 3 months. So besides the other one, which is, what I would use first, because that expires first unless I don't have as much to order. But I was thinking, it's not, don't get upset, even though it's human nature, Human nature is, when something happens, it triggers you. It's a natural thing. Something happens, it's not what you think is good. You think, again, it's you, it's not Hashem. So you get upset, or you get annoyed, or you get this, or you get that, or you get so stressed. But that we have to remember always, it was all for the best. GAM ZU LE'TOVA. But like I didn't say that or see that as my first reaction. I could have said it to the guy and told, oh, it's for the best. I'm not. But now that you realize what Hashem did, He made it. He made it that it wouldn't go through because He wanted to give me a bonus. Meaning now I have an option to use another discount and only have to spend $5 where it would cost me $10. And see how it all worked out even better than I could have ever thought it would have worked out, right? MILVADO. Hashem is running the show. So, end of the story is that after all that, I was out for a bit, and then I came back, and I says, okay, I'll try to place the order. Bezat Hashem, I says, Hashem, you're going to take care of this now, right? So I came back, and 8:46 p.m., Baruch Hashem, I placed the order. Thanks for your order, and it's going to be ready to go. But, and I was just paying attention, like, oh, okay, make sure it's not, they don't immediately send me another email saying it was canceled. But Baruch Hashem, it went through. So here you go, proof positive that, you never know what's going to be the end result of what you did or what happened that you thought maybe was not good for you, but in the end Hashem says, oh really? Look what's going to come of it later on. Now again, you don't always see these things happen. I had some other stories like that too, where you see the results of what happened soon after. Like this is within hours. I mean, not within hours, not even hours, less, as far as what happened and then what they offered me that. And Walmart's always been good like that. I've had that a few times where they've given me, like something for what would be considered an inconvenience or something that didn't work out, or, I once had two where they let me keep something for free because there was some whole issue with how it was. So I forget what the whole issue was. They didn't ask me to send it back, there's just different things. So they've been really good about that. So you never know, right? Like who would have thought, right? After all that I got something better out of it, and I still made the order. And oh, by the way, too, when I said about the gift card, that, oh, now I'm going to have to wait, but I went back in to check it, and the payment was reversed. So it actually went right back in to right back on the card. There was no waiting time, which is amazing. Walmart just put it right back in, so I was able to use those same funds to place the order. It was the same amount, So that was also another thing that worked out. So yeah, so it all worked out. Baruch Hashem, all worked out for the best, and even better than I thought. So. And I just want to say that I hope and pray that we all merit to live and see the coming Mashiach, speedily in our days, and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting base. Amen. And thanks for watching.